And this is, I think, the hardest thing for non-Spaniards to understand. Especially in America, we associate the communists with a revolutionary line. And here in Spain, the communists were actually against the revolution. And that's what I think is very confusing for us to understand. But I think in this case, the communists in Spain were following the foreign policy concerns of the Soviet Union and Stalin rather than the concerns of the workers within Spain.
So that means the authoritarian leftists, such as the Victorian or New South Wales police, or the Labour left, are only following the policies of Stalin rather than activism such as the Palestinians or the Black Satanism. Stalin finds anarchy hateful and claims that anarchy can lead to capitalism and hate speech against the communists or the Soviet Union. Stalin realized there are some blacks from the Lincolns that snuck into Barcelona. Stalin was even concerned that the workers' militia such as bootleggers or mercenaries or gangsters or Gramscis or the Lincolns or any of their left-wing victories in Spain could alarm Western nations, which would lead to the end of the Soviet Union. So Stalin needs to remove anarchy and blacks from communism and to remove them from the left so that communism will not lead towards capitalism, in which Stalin wants total power and control over the workers, mercenaries and bootleggers, where and when workers or mercenaries can revolt against their bosses that sound like controlling what they can or cannot say, or what they can or can't do. And that led to Orwell's outrageous anger because of the Russians' betrayal.
I heard some rifle shots behind me. I turned around and saw some youths with rifles in their hands and red and black handkerchiefs round their throats. I thought instantly, it started.
The next 3 days and nights I spent continuously on the roof of a cinema.
I was in no danger. I suffered nothing worse than hunger and boredom. I could not join any communist-controlled unit. It might mean being used against the Spanish working class. One could not tell when this kind of thing would break out again, and if I was to use my rifle at all in such an affair, I would use it on the side of the working class, not against them.